Greetings and salutations!
Indeed, hello and welcome to RPG Indie, and today we're going to take a look at Cardinals Quest 2. Now, it's a game developed by indie developer Tametic, real name Ido Healy, and is currently in its closed beta version build, version 0.83. Now, it's a roguelike, and it's in retro style graphics. And I don't know exactly what to say about it. It's got some pretty nice art assets, I have to say, in the background here. I have played some. Here's my high scores. Greatest Hero. 74% of 1 to 4 in 45 minutes and 40 seconds. That's actually wrong. But every turn in game, because it's a roguelike, it's turn-based, just counts for 1 second, so you can calculate how many turns that was. But yeah. So this game is on green light right now. It's currently under development in... probably some sort of like beta-ish state. This is an early release build that was given out over his Twitter, actually, I think. Well, on request from his Twitter, and you should probably just go follow him if you're interested in anything like this, for yourself or for anything else. It is at Tametic, and also probably check out his website at tametic.com. Now, let's get started with it. This new game. Options menu is pretty okay. Nothing special around there. So okay. The game is divided into 3 acts, as far as I can see. This first one pretty gorgeous. For indie game, that's some pretty nice background art here. And I suppose we can attempt this act, which is the only one we have access to. See the names of the bosses down here. This is the Lone Land, so we can attempt the act here. And we get a choice from 6 different kind of people we can have around in our one-man party. So 6 different classes with a fighter, a ferocious warrior of unparalleled strength and vigor, survivor of many battles, deadly with any weapon. It's a fighter. It's pretty much standard melee brawler class. There's the thief, a cunning and agile rogue who follows the simple principles: 1, don't get caught; 2, take everything that is nailed down. Now he's kind of a stealth character, as you suppose. It's pretty obvious, and well, actually, compared to Cardinals Quest 1, which I have actually done an RPG Indie on, if you go back and check out, if you're interested. It's freely available right now at Congregate, or pretty much any... I suppose you could just get there from the link on his website, tametic.com, but yeah. It's much more developed in this game. Actually has an inbuilt kind of stealth mechanic, because there are bushes and different things you can hide in, and you can approach the enemies, as well as a built-in sneak attack function, which we'll probably demonstrate later. There's a wizard, a wise sage, knower of secrets, worker of miracles, virtuoso of the arcane arts, an extremely snappy dresser. That's the wizard. Rogue, a skillful hunter who stalks the forest, bow in hand and faithful dog is ready. So rogue. The pugilist, an excellent unarmed brawling, can knock enemies back with an uppercut and stun, or stun or surrounding with a sweeping kick. And lastly, a paladin. Holy warrior from a powerful monastic order devoted to eradicating magic users. The accused red magic spells, if needed, cost 2 HP to cast. So there that is. Now you can change to gender, you can have female peoples, and we can also change the skin colour. Notably not the eye colour. That's what we can go with this then. And today, for this demo build, I suppose we could try to demonstrate the thief, a wizard. I feel comfortable with wizards, but it's probably not the most entertaining. It's like the ranger. That's probably going to be interesting. Now here's the difficulties. I've tried normal and applied to suicide. Suicide because I was bored and I decided to just try out how it would be. Now I found out one thing that's noticeable. There's not a lot of difference between normal and suicide. If you play in suicide, you have to calculate. If you play normal, you have to calculate. It's very simple. This is a roguelike. It will kill you if you don't pay attention. So if you select randomly click about, you'll suddenly find yourself dead. Or swarmed by 8-9 enemies and with no chance of survival because you'll be hunted down and killed. And I suppose the stats are slightly different between the two, but it's not really that much of a difference. So I'm just going to go with hard. The one difficulty I haven't tried. So, the village. We passed many a night here, trading stories with the villagers. They deserve better. So, there's some sort of meager story behind here. It's not really a heavy story-based game because it's a roguelike. Roguelikes don't have stories. Easy as that. Okay, it's the his character screen. Level 1 Ranger. Quite a brute fellow, eh? So here's our standard weapons. Dagger from 1 to 2 damage plus 1 speed. Health, defense, speed, intellect, faith, magic resistance, stealth. Pretty much your basic things. Now we have archery, well trained, toughness. This is the skill tree. For every level you get some points to put into this. And I suggest you invest them intelligently because you're gonna need them. So, just go around here. Now, it's a turn-based game, so every single turn I make a move, somebody else makes a move. Now, here's the bushes. I suppose I can take into account that. The bushes give you 2 pro stealth and -2 defense, so this is useful for kiting enemies and or hiding, but as you can see, my character doesn't have a particularly high stealth rating. My dog looks retarded. I should probably didn't kill my dog, I suppose. So there we go. Now kill them. Now we have gloves of dexterity, which is a new item. Now there's no inventory slots in this game. It's only like you're currently equipped, and everything that you don't keep currently equipped is instantly sold for this cash pole down here. So you can either trash it, which will mean insta-sell, because this item is worth 5 gold, or we could just trade it over what we already have, which will give us no gold because we weren't actually wearing any gloves from the get-go. Okay, I suppose we can check out the spells. These are spells or actions we can do. We have the standard class defines, and we can also buy different things from like the kind of merchants you can find around, and you can also find spells on the ground. There's no limits to per class can do it, but you will probably be a lot better at spells if you're a mage rather than a wizard. No, wait, a mage rather than a warrior. So let's use our bow. Physical, launch arrows into the flesh of your enemies. Hit percent based on attack. That's 1, 2, 2, 3 damage. Yeah, shoot him. Okay, so apparently the dog attacked that person, and we shot that guy. And they dropped some boots. Now, I suppose I should cover this. You can play the entire game using only your mouse. There is absolutely no issue with doing that. Which can be very welcome if you've ever played certain old games such as Ultima. Especially the what the fucking dog? Certain Ultima games which use that system. But you might also find it annoying because it's, I don't know, I prefer the keyboard. You can also play only using keyboard, which I'm going to demonstrate by moving my hand over here. See, everything is shortcuts. Expand map, close map, toggle on M, and just like this, you can literally play without using anything. Let's wait a couple of turns because I don't know if my ranger has that good. Oh shh. He does not appear to have very good melee. And here we have Magic Mirror, which is a spell that uses intellect. It creates a duplicate of yourself to draw enemies away and recharge with intellect. Still, we can only use the keyboard. Say if you press 3 here, it will be put in that slot. You can only have 5 spells at any one time, and if you choose one that you already have a slot in, it will be dropped. But I'm not certain if you can do that with your class-based spells, meaning, say, I can't forget my commands to send my dog away. I don't think I can do that. Shouldn't be able to do that, to be honest. Shoot in the face like that. I don't actually think the arrows can miss, apparently, because I don't think I've missed quite yet. Nope. And there was an orb of health. Okay, my dog appears to be programmed to take those. But as you saw, like, very briefly, the enemy dropped one small little orb of health. And that little orb of health, that heals you up for 2 HP. It appears to be a small chance that they drop this, and yeah, it heals you for 2 HP, but it disappears quite quickly, so if you have to be careful not to rush it and calculate your every move, even while after you're fighting enemies, in case you don't see some orb. And health goes down quite quickly in this game, so yeah, you better be prepared. Now, I guess got a scroll of summoning. Now, this is the item slots. We have 5 item slots, which you can represent here. Now those are activated at shift +1, shift +2, shift +3, and these are like normal numbers. There's a full healing potion, a large vial containing a fragrant red salve, full resource life applied. It's called Find Treasure, locations of treasure nearby. I haven't totally used that before. And a scroll of summoning. So These are like things that will help you out in times of need, because you should probably not just use them randomly because you feel you have to do so, but you should keep them safe because you will be swarmed at times when you don't accept to be swarmed. I can guarantee. You will be swarmed and you will die and you will lead a terrible death. Because that's how this game works. Let's just put this mirror here and let him attack in my mirror. As I recharge, get a new bow shot, which actually it's kind of apparent that the spell here is pretty good with yeah, what's called rangers. So now we got it leveled up, so we can open the character menu, character dialogue, spend our skill point. We can even use the keyboard in here, as you can hear. Now we can choose damage plus an archery, damage from a well-trained dog, and or a HP increase. Now, actually the HP increase is pretty high because it increases them by 5 HP, which would be nearly 33%. Not quite. So you can probably choose 1 plus bow speed. That might be pretty good. I think we should probably try to spend 1 point in archery because we seem to be using that a lot. As long as our dog lives, I suppose there's nothing bad with it. There's some gold. And again, gold you can use at the merchants. There will be one, or maybe, no, only one in each level. And we'll probably stop over him, because we tend to, it's a good idea to clear the zones before we move on. Given the fact that enemies, I don't know, the game seems to be balanced. Of you taking every single enemy in each, randomly, there we go. There he is. Yeah, all the different, there's the shop. This is a shop, it's different for every place. We can have a scroll of fine treasure, blink, or a Corvia's short sword. No, nothing really interesting here, so I'm just going to press escape and go back out. Can you move, please? No. Yeah, I kind of do, but it's rather... No! Oh, shit. There was enter. There you go. No, I would really like to have that treasure chest. There we go. And there we have some stuff. Leave shopless. Okay, these will just swap places. That's nice. Oh, then we just lost some money on buying the treasure thing. Which makes it, might as well use it then. Shift 2. Okay, then there's apparently some treasure here. Invisibility potion. Ah, that's completely useless. Not the invisibility potions, but the thing itself. Or maybe it kind of wasn't useless, because we can kind of see where things are now. And here's the orb. There we go. 2 much HP. That's kind of orbs. I think that's how a dog heals, if it doesn't have natural regeneration, which is a certain skill for certain classes. Just move about here, and some fancy wheat fields. The graphics of this game are kind of, I wouldn't call them 8-bit. Maybe they're kind of 8-bitty. They're computer 8-bit, if anything. They're retro, definitely. They're somewhere stuck in between 8-bit and 16-bit, but they used the probably the PC style 8 bits and 16 bits instead of the console side type 8 and 16-bit, which is a good design decision because they look a lot better. Actually, if anything, I would compare these graphics here to the graphics in a Game Boy game, which is basically a Nintendo's Super Nintendo. So I suppose that is a 16-bit style graphics, retro basically, but not super retro. There we go. There was the there's to be a swarm of enemies each time you enter a new level, which is annoying, but kill me more than once, let me say. But yeah, that's how it kind of works. This is a forest level. It will have these like strange dungeons of bushes that you can probably hide away in if you're in a pickle. And of course, since this is a roguelike, it is randomly generated everything's. Literally, oh shit. Not quite intent to go there, but that's okay because he just went straight into the bush. We all had lower defense, and I got to kill him. Scroll of summoning, another one actually, and here we have a spell. Yeah, you can see there's a red light around our class-based things, so we can't actually use them. I can't actually exchange them. There we go. That is a warrior class-based thing, I think, actually. If I remember correctly. Is this actually worth it? I don't think so in the long run, because I know, I just don't think so. Okay, we can take more archery stuff. Or we can take more dog stuff. Actually, the dog stuff has a pretty good trade-off, even though it's still... let's take the well-trained one. Yeah, it's probably going to be a good idea. Maybe we'll take a toughness after this. Oh shit, there's an enemy mage. Shoot him. He knows where we are now, and he uses some sort of spell himself. There's a lot like my dog. There we go. Thank you, dog. You're a good dog. There's a lot of mages in this forest. I don't quite recall seeing these mages when I was playing in medium, at least. So maybe that's kind of a thing. Potion of invisibility. I think I'll keep this as shift 5. So don't really need the summoning scroll all that well. All that much. So I suppose maybe it has something to do with the enemies you'll see in different places other than actual stat changes. Maybe more of them, maybe slightly different, slightly less loot, slightly different things like that. It's not profound though. You should pretty much be able to... It's actually kind of heavily lock based depending on what items you find. So you shouldn't... If you can play medium, you can probably play suicidal without that much of an issue. Like, you'll probably die easier, and the chance that will make you through the level, it will be lower, I mean, but you won't be, like, completely blocked off, as you are in certain games. So, there's that. Now, I suppose I've been talking for quite a while, and, I must say, the music asset in this game is, it's pretty nice, especially in the, in the menus and such, as there's quite some good music. And I can't quite say how I actually like these 16-bit kind of retro style things. They're not overly retro, and they're not like underly retro. They're not like, I don't know. They're very not try hard, and they just manage what they want to be very, very well. Actually, they remind me kind of the graphics from Pokemon games, and well, that kind of hits a nostalgia point for me, so I'll continue to stay biased when it comes to that. Now we have to find the exit. It's probably up this... Yeah, there is. It is! It is actually up this. We can go over here. Check this last part here, right? Because for every enemy we kill, we get some more XP, and we will die. I don't trust my skills even slightly enough to ensure we are survival throughout this level. Or much longer. Actually, I'm kind of surprised I haven't used any of my potions yet. Not even a health potion, but I think we're heading into a second town now. No, still forest. Yeah, you can see up here, if you see here, you can see the different levels we're heading through. We're heading through the beginning area, first forest, second forest, third forest, and like all the way towards the boss. And I think this is a map of the first act. That probably will maybe be a little bit longer and such, and a bit differently created. Oh shit, there we go, there's the vanished. Okay, invisible dark goblin. Hey, there's some dangerous people. These are the kind of people you don't like. Those are dangerous goblins, and they will hit for shitloads, as you can see there. 4 damage. Yeah, now we're not being careful enough. We nearly died, actually. It's a terrible idea fighting in the bush. Damn, they have so much defense. Jeez. To my equipped armor, I suppose I can drop my shift 2 thing there for that. I'm just going to use that. Shift 2. There we go. 1 plus defense. And because I'm low on health, if I get hit additionally, I'm just going to use my one of the potions we have. So that'll probably be a good idea at the time. And there's a werewolf! Shit! I haven't seen one of these before. And I played actually like... There we go! They're dead! That's how easy it is. Trying to be cautious, trying not to waste a potion, only with 12 health, and there we die. Now, that's actually my best record on this computer by now. It's, so, there we are. Ranger, 14,259 points, 27% of 1 to 3, I think that's the level and clearing rate or something. We probably killed 44, we used 23 times 60 plus 27 in turns, and... So spills of gold, things, and we're killed by a werewolf. And yeah, that's actually my best score yet. Because on this paladin thing was a medium, and this was on hard, and that's the difference. Actually, I think my score, where in my wizard level, where I only actually got to level 2, was actually a better one. That's on my laptop though, because this game requires Jackal to run. You can run this on a potato if you wanted to. You can probably try that, and you'll make a YouTube video by then and get some monies because of ads if you want to do that. Running it on a potato, I mean. But yeah, basically, so it's game over. We can restart, try again, good menu. And here we are at Cardinals Quest. So, final thoughts. The go. If you enjoy roguelikes, and you're comfortable with having a retro style, like I know a lot of people are using retro style, especially for indies. Now, there's a couple of reasons for that. It's because it's a very simple style to make. It is not very, like, retro like this. Maybe that takes a bit of work, but say simple sprites like this. It's not a lot of work put behind it, and it can look pretty okay. Some tutorials on the internet, and often the issue for many like Indian developers isn't the code, it's the graphics. And the graphics means quite a lot to the modern consumer thing, because it's hard to say, but you can make a pretty decent game. You can be very good at coding and have some great aspects. But if you can't really make anything graphical, then you're going to have an issue. And I'm going to say, of course, he hired somebody in to do these backgrounds, but not all developers have those funds. Of course, you can have your entire, like, everything founded. You can just find artists that are willing to do all the graphics in the game for you. But it is a great advantage to be able to do it yourself, and you can probably do that with retro style more easily than other styles. So there's that, and yeah. That's why this is retro, I suppose. But you should probably go to the Greenlight page on Steam. Log on Steam, vote this game up or down, depending on whatever you feel like. It's a pretty standard roguelike, because roguelikes are supposed to be pretty standard, but it's interesting. It's definitely worth trying out. Say just having it on your laptop, having it on some work PC or something. I don't know if it will be available on Apple devices, iOS devices, or Android devices. It will, maybe it will, maybe it will be available in the App Store. In such a case, I would really recommend it, because this is one of the games. You don't sit down and hardcore this. This is something you sit, play for 10-15 minutes on the bus, something like that. And it gives a better experience than most of the casual games out there, for probably not too stupid of a price. So that's my final thoughts on Cardinals Quest. So yeah. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.